I got digital dash, can't ride with a I walk in the store and I buy the stock. I hide in the bins and pull out the lot. Got Tiffany diamond, it cost me a lot. They flying like birds, but drop on this hot. 400 degrees, I burned up the block. Burn out, make one call, they turn out. CC the gang, get the word out. When the shit getting hot, you the first out. Cover my wrist with a watch and I flooded with rocks. Now I look at the time all day. Be how I rap the old block and I drop off the top and I know you can see my face. You my dog at the end, don't care what the bitch is.
Yo, what's up with YouTube? It's your boy Fitz back in this video with yet another video today, man. I'm coming to you guys with an updated version of the 99 overall rep method or method update. So y'all went stupid crazy on the last one, bro. And I was telling y'all at the beginning of the year, bro, around Christmas time, I'm gonna be going over every single badge. I'm gonna go over the finishing, the shooting, the playmaking, and the defensive badges. Now y'all got all those joints, so it's only right that I ended off with the 99 overall method. So this is gonna be the last time I go over all of these for the rest of the year, bro. So these are just gonna have to hold y'all over. I did 2 sets of them, bro. So yeah, I did an early one in the year, and this is gonna be an updated version. So yeah, man, I'm gonna be doing it the exact same way as I did it at the beginning of the year, but this one is gonna be a little bit different because there were so many people complaining about why would I need badges if I'm going for this. So I'm gonna still put the badges in here. I'm gonna put it at the end. I think the real big deal about it was the fact that I went over the badges before I went over the actual method. So I'm gonna go over the badge suggestions for every single type. So I'm gonna go over the shooting, the playmaking, the defensive, and the finishing badges still, but it's gonna be at the end of the video. I'm gonna have this timestamps for everything in this video. It's gonna be in the description or in the comments down below. So if you guys want to just skip ahead to anything that you came to see, it's gonna be in this video and it's gonna be in the description and the comments below on every single point of the video that's important, the timestamps. So when it comes to every single thing, the best settings, the best method for certain builds, all the way to the 99, the best 99 overall method. And I might also have like a little piece in here where it's gonna be going over the best way for big men and stuff like that. So yeah, man. All right, now one thing of note before I get too far into this video, if you're literally starting out on a new player, you're not gonna get 100K every game. It's that simple. It's just that simple. But you can get 100K every single game if you do everything I'm showing you guys in this video. But once you're starting out, you're not gonna be getting enough minutes. So what you wanna do is as you're getting minutes, you wanna do as much as you can in the minutes they're giving you. But once you start getting the max amount of minutes, you can get 100K a game. And that's when you can use this method to the highest of its abilities. So yeah, man, let's get straight into it. All right, first things first that we're gonna go over is going to be the best settings. Now, when you're going for 95, because before you get to 99, there's a thing that it's gonna stop you at 95. What you need to do is put your settings on Hall of Fame in 12-minute quarters. What it does is if you play Hall of Fame, you get a percentage boost. So if you play on Hall of Fame, it's like double or like it's a lot more. You get way more XP for all your categories, all of them. And then you want to put it on 12-minute quarters so you can get the most per game. So yeah, you want to get as much minutes per game, get the most XP per game. You want to be able to have the most time, and you want to get as much XP as possible. But I know a lot of people, they said last time that if you're 60 overall, what about if you're 75 overall? If you are trying to play this, put it on, before you actually understand completely how to do this method, what you need to do is put it on pro so you can master it. Then as you get better and better at it, you can put it on Hall of Fame. And then if you want to play for VC while doing the method, put it on 5-minute quarters so you can get the games over as quickly as possible. So that when you are good enough or high enough overall, you can start doing the method at 12 minutes a game. Another important step when it comes to grinding this, bro, you need to take advantage of every single MyPlayer Nation game possible. What it is just a 5-minute quarter game that you cannot sim out of. You cannot sim out of this. But it's a 5-minute quarter game that you get double rep and stuff for your badges. So you need to take advantage of every single time you can play these. Now, what the way it works is every single time the team that you play for in 2K, every single time they play in real life, it resets every single game. So you have as long as the game to the next game that they play in real life. So say for instance they play on Tuesday and they don't play again until Thursday, That's how much time you have to play the game for the MyPlayer Nation game that they played on Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's going to at least give you a whole day to play within, because the only time, the shortest time you'll have for the next game is going to be like back-to-back. So you need to take advantage of every single one of those, just because it gives you double VC, double my points and all that. So yeah. All right, before we get too far into this, we need to go over mainly how you want to do this rep method. Now on this rep method, I'm going to be showing you 4 different ways. Now, for some of your builds, you're going to have to combine them to get the most rep possible. But when it comes to going for 99, you're not really going for specific badges. You're going to grind to get to the highest overall possible. So you want to get as many my points possible. So with that being said, is whatever badges or whatever set of badges you get Hall of Fame, such as like playmaking, shooting, finishing, or defensive, that's what's going to help you get the most XP possible. So with that being said, those are the 2 things that you need to focus on. So if you are like somebody that got like a pie chart that's literally strictly yellow, you need to just strictly worry about the playmaking. If you got pie chart that's like a shooting and finishing, you need to strictly focus on the shooting and finishing methods I'm going to be showing in this video. So yeah, I felt like I should say that before I get into everything. But yeah, I'm gonna just let this be known that you need to focus on whatever pie chart you are. That's how you get the most XP, the most stuff possible, my points possible. So yeah. All right, so the first method we're gonna be going over is the finishing method. So for all the slashers, offensive threats, inside out playmakers, this is gonna be a part of the video for you, for most of y'all. But if you're strictly a slasher, this is gonna be the main focus of your build. So first things first, bro, what you want to do is worry about getting contact dunks. Now I've done an entire video on the best method to get contact dunks, how to get contact dunks and all that. But for this video, I'm gonna be going over a quick thing for you guys. So what you want to do is find you a go-to move, whether it's like the hezzy, whether it's like calling for a screen, whether it's like doing between the legs, any type of thing that's gonna help you get contact dunks at a good rate. It's gonna be really helpful for you. So when it comes to contact dunks, they do have a cap. With a lot of this stuff in this video is gonna be a lot of caps, but the most contact dunks I would go for in a single game is around 20. Now, what I would say the range really is like 15 to 25, but you get around 20 contact dunks, you limit yourself for around 20 contact dunks a game, you will be fine. I'm telling you, bro. But that's like the cap I would go for. So yeah, man, like I said, when it comes to these contact dunks, it's a cap around 20, but you need to find you a go-to move to be able to get around to the goal. So whether you're a small forward, a power forward, a center, now if you just do any type of, it doesn't actually have to be a contact dunk animation every single time. If you get contact like at all in the dunk, it'll count. I'm telling you, it will count. Also, for you big men, it's kind of way more difficult for you guys to get contact dunks. So what I would advise you guys to do is the alley-oop portion of the video, which I'm gonna get into next. So for the alley-oops, what you want to do is, if you're on fast breaks, anytime if you're playing off ball, stuff like that, you want to do like cuts and stuff like that, what you can do is pick and roll. You can pick your man and just roll and just hope they just make them throw it up every single time. They won't throw it up every single time, but as much as that you can, that's a good method for you. But the easiest method for alley-oops is going to be on fast breaks. So what you need to do on fast breaks is you need to make sure that you're always in a zone, whether it's a 2-3 or a 3-2. Those are the easiest ways to get fast breaks for slashers. So yeah, but there's also a cap for lobs. So you got to know this. The cap for lobs is around 25. So I would say it really varies around 20 to 30. Just like the contact dunks vary around 15 to 25. But the alley-oops, you can get more. So whether it's you throwing it to yourself, you got the CPU throwing you lobs. I feel like lobs would be a lot easier for big men that can't get around people as much. So yeah, but you can do more of those too, but I mean, it still has a cap. Now, last portion of the finishing method. Now, when it comes to the finishing method, you got 3 different things. You got the contacts, you got the lobs, and then you got like the little tricky layups, like the euros, the hops, stuff like that. What I would tell you to do is do hop steps, because I'm telling you, bro, I've always told you that. I told you this from literally since the last 99 overall one. There doesn't feel like there's any cap on this, so you don't even have to be like a slasher to use this. So I'm gonna really say this at every end of every single method. What you need to use is the hop steps, because as many times as you can get hop steps off, do it. So there's not even really a cap at all. You can do it unlimited amount, and you'll just keep getting XP and keep getting XP and keep getting XP, and you'll really be straight with it. So yeah, that's what I would say. If you can't get contact dunks at a high rate, you can't get lives at a high rate, I don't know if it's just being unsuccessful or what, do as many hop step layups, hop step dunks as you can. They both count. And yeah, you can also, another thing that counts for acrobatic layups is like reverse layups, cradle layups, all that type of stuff. So yeah, you can do any of that stuff and you still will be working on that type of stuff, and it really won't even have a cap. I'm telling you, bro, like you would get a lot of XP just doing that the whole time. But yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it for the finishing portion of it. But yeah, I went over really much every single thing. I told you guys about how to get contact dunks. You just gotta find your method. My method is doing a hezzy speed boosting. But I also went over a way that you can get contact dunks. But if you're not being able to get contact dunks, you're gonna have to you're gonna have to do more alley-oop dunks. It's just that simple. If you're not gonna get it at an efficient rate, you need to be able to get something at an efficient rate. So if you're struggling getting contact dunks, just go for lives. If you're struggling getting lives and contact dunks, just do hop step layups. It's just that simple. So yeah. All right, next we got the shooting. The shooting is very important. Now this is gonna be for a lot of the sharpshooters, the shot creators. This is gonna be the method for you guys. So when it comes to the shooting, you just gotta, first thing what I do when I'm going for my shooting badges, I get into a rhythm so I can get as many greens as possible, so I get used to my shot. That's what I like to do. But that really doesn't even really matter that much, because if you're missing, the more you miss, the less points you get. So you want to make sure you miss as little as possible. So if you feel like you don't want to risk it, don't do this. Don't do this. So the next thing I would do is I would call for screens. And then as you're calling for screens, you want to get the best matchup possible so that they feel like they can switch. So when they think they can switch with your center or person that's guarding you, what they would do, they will back up on the screen. They just will back up and you'll be left wide open. When you're left wide open, this is when you're really gonna get the easiest shots possible. When they leaving you wide open, you have to green them joints. If you're not greening, you have to make sure you make as much as possible. The more you miss, the less XP you get. It's just that simple. So yeah, I'm just letting you know, you want to get as much space as possible. It's just that simple. You want to get as much space as possible every single time off that. So with that being said, that's going to be probably the easiest method. But it's not going to be that simple at all times. No matter what you do, sometimes they won't back up every time. So if they're not backing up, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to start dribbling to the right, depending on where they're screening. Dribbling to the right or dribbling to the left until you get wide open. You're going to be able to have to just shoot that big green. It's just that simple. So yeah, you're gonna be able to do that a lot. You're gonna be able to do that a lot. So say for instance, your man's just not the person that you got guarding you. They send a screen. They picking up. They stand on the screen, but they switching. But the person that's switching on to you is not playing high enough. You can just run to the left or run to the right. That's the only time you really want to do that. If the person that they switching with is not picking up high enough. Now, you're not going to be able to do that every single time either, because this game is a very smart game, right? Believe it or not, 2K can be kind of annoying at times, but they made this game very, very smart with the AI. So after that, they're going to start picking up high. You're not going to start dropping down automatically. So after that, what you need to do, if they picking up high, you want to just do a pick and do a fader every single time. A pick and a fader every single time. But that's not going to work every single time. Eventually, they're going to start double teaming you. So when they start double teaming you, what you're going to have to do is, sometimes when you're doing the picks, you're going to have to start throwing lobs. But if you don't want them to double team you, you don't want them to do none of that, what you're going to have to do is limit yourself to fast breaks. When it comes to the fast breaks, the easiest way to get fast breaks is being in a zone. Now, if you don't want to go into a zone, you want to get as many possessions as possible, you can go to the half court trap. Half-court trap will get you as many possessions as possible. I did not mention that in the finishing because when it comes to the finishing, you really want to get a lot of fast breaks. It's just that simple. But on the shooting, you don't really necessarily need fast breaks. But depending on how you want to play, if you want to get as many possessions as possible, go ahead and put that joint on half-court trap because they'll just shoot the ball as quick as possible. But the zones will leave your corners wide open, and the CPU, for some reason, they'll miss that a lot, in my experience. Now, they will have some games where they're greening it, making it every single time, but more than not, they're going to be missing a lot. So whether you're in a 2-3 or a 3-2, depending on which one you think is better for you playing full court or your man getting boards, depends on you. But yeah, when you're on the fast break, what I advise you doing is either stopping popping at the 3-point line or every single time just doing a fade. But like I said, on all these methods, the more you miss, the less XP you get, and you want to get as much XP possible when doing this method on the shooting. Like the shooting, when it comes to missing, it's at an all-time high. The priority of not missing is at an all-time high. It really just depends on that mostly. Out of everything that I'm going to be showing you guys when it comes to any of those methods, it really depends on how much you're missing is how much you're going to get out of this method completely. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. I went over a lot on the shooting. At the end of this joint, I'm going to be going over the best practice methods. So stay tuned for that. Alright, so at the end of the shooting method, I low-key kind of forgot something. When you're going over, when you're doing shooting, when you're going for shooting any type of builds, like if you're going for 99 overall on any type of build that gets like shooting badges, Hall of Fame, another thing you need to keep of note. Eventually, they're not going to be giving up the threes. They're not going to give up the mid-ranges. So what you need to do is take advantage of that. They're going to just start giving you driving lanes. They're just going to start leaving the paint more open than usual. So what you need to do on those is hop steps, Euros, any type of gather layup that you think is easiest for you. Now, I would say do hop steps. But any of those type of layups, it does not have a cap on it. I said this in all these methods, especially the finishing. I put more emphasis on it in the finishing. But there's no cap on it, so when they start double teaming you on the perimeter and stuff like that, you're going to have to start driving. So I would just start doing hop step layups and stuff like that, and it'll make it a lot easier on you. But for right now, this is going to be it for the shooting method. Hopping into the playmaking method. Now, the playmaking method is where I got a lot of scrutiny the first time I went over like the playmaking badges. Now, I haven't got that much flack on the playmaking method for the 99 overall or the updated version, but with that being said, I know a lot when it comes to this playmaking method. Now, at first, when I went over the playmaking method, I didn't tell y'all about the caps and all that and stuff like that. But this video, I'm going to be going over the caps again. The caps are kind of the same on the playmaking as it is for like Lob City catches. But I don't know why I keep saying Lob City catches, but Lob City passes. I don't know why I keep putting City in it, but yeah, you know what I mean. So, first things we're obviously going to go over are lobs, lob assists. So when it comes to lob assists, what you mainly want to focus on is like you're doing pick and rolls, you're doing on fast breaks, going all the way to the goal, then throwing a lob. You want to do any type of drive assist, like a slashing assist. Like anytime you go, like just driving at the rim and then you just pass the ball for an assist. Anytime you get anything like that, that's what a drive assist is. But if you're doing that at the same time with a lob, you get double the points. So yeah, you want to make sure you do that at the same time. Anytime you go for any type of assist, you want to do a drive assist because you just get more points. It's just that simple. But the best way to go for assists is going to be doing lobs, in my opinion. So when it comes to lobs, you need to figure out you a great method for doing lobs. So whether that's doing pick and rolls, whether that's going on fast breaks, whether that's doing pick and rolls and then having somebody cut from the corner, stuff like that. Anytime whether you're a person that like do plays, it just depends on what do you think is the easiest way for you to get lobs. Now, what I do is if I'm in a half court setting, if I'm just forcing passes for lobs, like if I'm just playing strictly for playmaking, I just keep throwing lobs. So say for instance, you're like a playmaker, you're like a slashing playmaker, a two-way slashing playmaker, any of those builds. What you can do is, since you really just going for 99 is, you can't, like if you're going for playmaking, I'm just gonna say this right now, you cannot really worry about your turnovers. Turnovers is just gonna happen. Now you're gonna get annoyed. Now playmaking can kind of be one of the more annoying things because it's really not even really dependent on you. It depends on if your teammate makes the dunk, makes the layup, makes the shot. stuff like that. So it can get very annoying with CPUs if you can only imagine. So yeah, no matter how you going about this when it comes to the lobs, there's always going to be a cap. It's going to be around 25, but I would say it's instead of it being like on lobs 20 to 30, I would say it's around 25 to 30 instead of 20 to 30. I would always try to get around 25 lob assists a game. Now, like I said, you got to find you a method for these lobs. Now, whether that's fast breaks, picks, and stuff like that. So if you're going to be doing fast breaks, you got to know the method to do fast breaks. So with that being said, when you're on defense, you're going to have to know what to be in. So what I would do on defense, if I'm going for fast breaks, is I'm going into a zone. But you can also put yourself into a half-court trap to get as many possessions as possible. Now, you will get some fast breaks because you're just playing defense, but I would advise you going into a zone more than that, because you will get more fast breaks being in a zone than you would in a half-court trap. Half-court trap would just get you more possessions. So yeah. Also, with that being said, there's still going to be a cap on how many of those you can do. So you're going to also need more methods than just doing lobs, obviously. So the next method I'm going to be going over is not the alley-oops, but it's going to be the flashy passes. So the flashy passes is going to be a lot like the lobs, but you got to find your way where you won't get turnovers, where it's going to be the easiest way to get assists, whether you're passing it to open men, whether, like, say for instance, they're doubling teaming you or stuff like that. You got to find you a way to be able to get those flashy passes off. So if they're double teaming you, what you can do is flashy pass to an open shooter, but you don't know if they're going to make those shots at a high rate. So what I do is I kind of try to do the same thing as when I'm doing pick and rolls on my lobs, or if I'm doing fast breaks on my lobs, but it's a little bit different. With flashy passes, you don't have to just throw it to the rim every single time. You can throw it to the mid range. You can throw it to the 3-point line. You can throw it wherever there's an open shot. So since you're already probably gonna be done doing your lob cities passes, I don't know why I keep putting city, but if you're already done doing your lob passes, what you can do now for the playmaking with a flashy, you can do flashies to like the corners. You can dot the corner, you can dot the hash, you can dot the top of the key, you can dot somebody cutting, you can dot the person, the roll man, you can do all that. If that's all in a pick and roll setting. Say for instance, you're on a fast break. I already told you guys what you should be on if you're going for fast breaks. And what I would say you should be in is like a zone. But if you're going for fast breaks, every single time you have a man cutting, I would just do a flashy pass. Now, like I said with the lobs, you're going to get a lot of turnovers, so you can't really be worried about that, bro. It's going to be aggravating. It aggravates everybody getting a turnover, especially when you play with CPUs. You got to hope they make or miss the shot. It's just something that you just got to deal with. Now, flashy passes is kind of just random. Sometimes it doesn't even do the animation, so you kind of just got to keep going for flashy passes. So I would say get around 20 to 30 flashy passes, so you can have like 25 flashy passes. That's like what I would say is the middle ground. And then you'll have like a 50 total assists when it comes to like the 25 lobs and the 25 flashies. Alright, but at the end, when it comes to all this, bro, you still need to make sure that they're not guarding you. So every single time when they start trying to like play heavy on the flashies, they playing heavy on the lob, because they're not going to give you the lob every time. They're going to start playing heavy on the lob. They're going to start playing heavy on the flashy. They're not going to just leave anybody open. Most of the time, they're just going to leave you open. So sometimes you got to either take the shot. But what I do when they start doing that, I try to get as much hop steps as possible, because hop step is just like a easy thing you can do on any single build. It's very cheesy, and it never has a cap on it, so you can just do it at an unlimited rate. So yeah, it's just that simple. That's what I would do. That's gonna be the playmaking method. At the end of this joint, before we get into the 99 overall, I'm gonna be going over the best practice facility methods. So yeah, stay tuned for that. All right, and now on to the defensive method. Now on the defensive method is where it gets very, very interesting, because this is really just gonna be all straight defense, straight clamps. So when it comes to the defensive method, what you really need to worry about is getting into a zone that's gonna let you play full court as much as possible, so you can get as much body contact wins, body up wins, and body up losses is possible. So what I do is play full court. So if you're used to the game, you probably gonna know how to get pickpockets. So what you wanna do is get as many poke ball loose, get as many off ball passing lane steals as possible, because the more steals you get, the more XP you get, the more my points you get. So yeah, it's just that simple. So what I do is I play full court. So if you want to play full court, what I do is I play a zone when I'm in full court. When you're in a zone, they let you just really don't give you no leave assignments, because you don't want your grade to go down, because your grade going down, it kind of can hurt you on your VC. You don't want to compromise your VC going for badges or 99. So, and it will be pretty annoying. So what I do is I get into a zone. I like to go into a 3-2 when I'm playing full court, especially when I'm the point guard. If I'm a 2, I play a 2-3. If I'm like the 2, but if I'm like the 3, I play a 3-2 also. But yeah, what you want to do is play full court, get up in their body. As you're bodying them up, sometimes you're going to have opportunities to poke the ball loose. But if you're not, what you got to do is just keep bodying them up. What you want to do is foul as little as possible also. The less you foul, the better it'll be. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it when it comes to the steals. Now, when it comes to also what you want to do is you want to go for as many blocks as possible, whether that's chase downs, whether you're just in the paint getting blocks, whether you're just somebody shooting in front of you. You want to go for the block as much as possible. It's just that simple. The more blocks, the more steals you get, the more XP you get. Makes sense, right? Yeah. So yeah, it's just that simple. So main things you really want to worry about is poke ball loose, off ball steal, passing lane steals, stuff like that. You want to get steals, period. You want to get body up wins, body up losses. You want to get blocks, chase down blocks, stuff like that. And then also another category that you can focus on is going to be shot contests. Whether you're getting blocks or not, every single time you get a good shot contest, that goes towards your XP. So every single time you get one of those, it also can help you. Now, I'm going to go more in detail on the defense for big man, because defense is kind of a big deal for big men. So I'm going to go over a lot in the big man category of this video. Like in the other one, I didn't go over that much. But in this one, I feel like I owe it to y'all to go over as much as I can in the big man, because I didn't go over big man but for like 30 seconds. So yeah, on the defense. So since you're in the defense, you're playing full court, you're gonna obviously get a lot of more fast breaks. So more on the defensive side of this video. So when you're getting fast breaks, what I would do is just go straight to the goal as much as possible. Get hops, just do hop steps every single time. That's what I do. So I can just have as many fast offensive possessions as possible, so you can be on defense as much as possible. Because the more defense you play, the more steals you can get, the more blocks you can get, the more shot contests you can get, the more body up wins, the more body up losses you can get, stuff like that. Also, when you're on defense, you want to get a lot of rebounds. So you get as many rebounds. The rebounds goes towards your defensive badge progress, because the defense is combined with the rebounding. So defensive and rebounding badges are kind of in the same category. So it's really defensive and rebounding badges combined into one. So yeah. So the more rebounds, the more blocks, the more steals, all that, the more XP you'll get possible. I'm going to go more over on the rebounds in the big man category. But yeah, like I said, bro, on fast breaks, you want to make sure you do hop steps so you can get as much XP as possible. But mainly on the defensive end, I went over every single thing. So yeah, man, that's going to be about it for the defensive part of this video. So yeah, man, without further ado, let's get straight to the next part. All right, for the big man, what you're going to mainly want to do is do picks and go straight to the goal every single time for the rebound, or go for lobs. You want to call for lobs a lot, or you're going to want to do like post moves, stuff, anything that you feel like you can do at a high rate as a big man, in my opinion, is going to be the best way. Whether that's doing post moves like drop steps, doing spin technician, or doing spin moves out of the post, doing post fades gets you points, doing post hooks gets you a lot of points. Anything like that on offense gets you a lot of points. Now, I did find out after doing the defensive badge method that picks doesn't get you any points. So the screen's not going to necessarily get you any points, but you do get points for screen assists. So if you're going to be making people shoot off the screens, that can help you. But if you really want to focus on you scoring, I would say just work out of the post, and then just if you miss, you got to make sure you get your boards. But the more you miss out of like post fades and post spins and post drop steps, the more points you lose. Like dream shakes, that even counts. Any of that type of stuff counts for stuff around the rim. So yeah, you want to get as many rebounds as possible. So now on defense, what you want to do on defense is you want to get into people's bodies. So every single time you have an opportunity to box out, box out. Anytime you have an opportunity to get a rebound, go for the rebound. Anytime you get an opportunity to get a passing lane steal, get that steal. Anytime you get the opportunity to get a block at the rim protector, block, anything like that, you want to get that block every single time. So yeah, it's very important, very imperative that you understand that. I'm just letting you know, it's very important, very imperative that you understand that. But yeah, the big man, I'm not that based into the big man, but I feel like I did a better job of explaining what you need to do as a big man in this video. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it for the big man portion of this video. So yeah, all we got left to go over is the practice facility stuff, and then the 99 overall method, and then the badges. Alright, so the next portion of this video is going to be on the practice facility drills. Now, you can use these or you don't have to. Now, this really is just for people that's going to be grinding badges at the same time as going for 99 overall. So, I kind of believe that it's going to be like that. So, I'm going to be going over the best drill for the shooting, the finishing, the playmaking, and the defensive part. This is going to be the portion of the video for that. So, when you go into the facility for your finishing, the one I would go over and do is the contested finishes. They're very easy. All you gotta do is like a hop step every time or a reverse layup every single time, and you'll get 750 per drill. So every single time you do that joint, you'll get 750, and yeah, that's the easiest one to get for 750. Now, is it the easiest drill? No, but it is a very simple drill to do. Alright, so the next drill we're going to be going over is for the shooting. The best shooting drill is going to be free throw golf. Now, at this drill, all you got to do is make enough free throws. Now, depending on if you swish it or if you just make it, you get 2 or 3 points. So you get 3 points if you swish it, you get 2 points if you just make it. So all you got to do is get around, I think it's 16 or 17 points, and you get 3 stars. You get 3 stars, you get like 700 or 750 points. It's one or the other. So yeah, you do that 4 times. Every single time you get a good enough stuff that you can just keep going, and then you can just start up your next game, and that's the best shooting practice facility drill. All right, next for the playmaking drill. The best playmaking drill by far is going to be the 1-man, and this is going to be just like a 1-man fast break. All you got to do is get the board every single time. The best way to do it is get the board, pass it up, and then you can get the ball back as soon as you cross past half court line. That's the simplest way. Now, in this clip, I was really just tweaking. I don't know what I was on when I was doing this in this clip, but yeah, you can literally get the ball on the rebound, just pass it up, just advance the ball, and then get it back as soon as you cross past half court, and you'll get a wide open shot every single time, whether you want to do a shot, a mid-range, or you want to drive to the goal. It just depends on what you want to do. It's the easiest drill for playmaking. You don't even have to get an assist. You get more points for making the shot anyway. So if you score, you get +2. You get an assist, you get +1. You get a turnover, you get -2. So yeah, keep that in mind. Yeah, but in my opinion, it's the best drill for the playmaking. I believe you get 750 per every single time you get 3 stars. So yeah. All right, and last but not least is going to be the defensive drill. Now, for the defensive drill, the best drill for the defense is going to be pick reaction. On the pick reaction, all you gotta do is just get to the spot in time before the timer runs out. You get like 2 seconds. It's really a quick reaction type of drill. So what I do is, instead of holding LT, I try to hold LT so that they finally show the ball where I'm supposed to be going. But what I do is I try to use RT and just run to it so I can beat them. I try to cheat sometimes to it too, but sometimes they fake you out and they'll do it at the free throw line instead of it being at the 3-point line. So yeah, keep that in mind. But it's definitely a simple drill. It can get annoying and aggravating because of the way they do it when it comes to, like, they take forever to put the ball down sometimes if you're cheating to go to it. But it's definitely, in my opinion, the easiest one, especially for people that don't have badges. All you gotta do is just run to a spot before the timer runs out type shit. So yeah, man, that's the last one for the practice facility. Next, all we got to be going over is the best way to hit 99. Alright, so next we're going to be going over the best way to hit 99. So we got a whole nother set of stuff when it comes to everything, when it comes to hitting 99. So we're going to be starting with the best settings to hit 99. So the best settings to hit 99 overall, 99.9 overall is going to be pro difficulty and quarter length of 5-minute quarters. Because when it comes to this, you want it to be as easy as possible, because if you're on Pro or Hall of Fame, it doesn't make it any easier, any harder. You're only going to be getting around 0.3 a game, and then as it gets harder and harder, it's going to become like 0.2 per game, stuff like that. So, yeah. And then you want the games to be as short as possible, because you got to play so many games. So you want to play on 5-minute quarters. Now, what you can do, you can play Park. Obviously, you can play Park, you can play Rec, you can play any of that. You can do any of that, but there's so many variables. The easiest way, in my opinion, to hit 99.9 overall is playing MyCareer, because literally, if you play Rec, you cannot get a 9. You can literally win the game, have 30 points, but if you have too many turnovers, you won't get it. Stuff like that. So, now, if you're playing like twos, I feel like twos is easy to get it because it's the easiest to get like a streak on. Easiest to never lose on, easiest to keep getting a 99 rating. But when it comes to getting a 99.9 rating, it can be kind of weird to keep it, because sometimes it just will give you like a 99.1, 99.4, 99.5, 99.6, 99.7. So the overall system this year is kind of weird. I don't know if I like it that much, but yeah, that's the best settings for it. So now all we're gonna do is go over the best method. Alright, so when it comes to the method for hitting 99 overall, all you really need to worry about when you're in the game is having the best teammate grade as possible. So that means you don't want to foul at all. Ever. You never want to foul. Never. You don't want to get any fouls, any turnovers. Turnovers is another important part. No turnovers. You don't want to foul. You don't want to get turnovers. That's literally everywhere if you're going for 99. You don't want to go for 99 and be getting fouls or turnovers at the Park, at the Rec, at the Pro-Am. None of that. You don't want to get fouls or turnovers anywhere if you're going for 99 overall. Also, you don't want to miss at all. Missing can affect it too. But those three things are the most important things when it comes to highest teammate grade possible, as little fouls as possible, and as little turnovers as possible. So yeah, man. That's how you get to 99 overall. 99 is a lot simpler and concise to talk about, because it's just that simple. If you make sure you do that, you'll get 99. But it takes a lot longer to get to 95. Getting to 99 is not really a grind. They said it's not a grind at all. It just depends on how good the player is. If you're good, you're going to be 99. If you're bad, you're going to stay around 95, 96. Now, do I agree with that? Not really, because literally, if I earn 99, I should be able to keep my 99 in my opinion. But 2K, they wanted to change it up and make it a little bit different. But yeah, man, that's the fastest way to get to 99. So, in this video, it was hard to not bring up badges in this video. It was very hard. But I do have the suggested badges at the end of this video. I'm going to be going over next. But when it came to like literally the methods, when I was going over like the finishing method, the shooting method, it was hard to like bring up badges, because I don't know why, but just the word of me saying like contact finisher or range extender, it just makes people so mad, because I guess they don't have badges. But I guess people are gonna be sitting there grinding badges, but they'll never get a badge, stuff like that. So I don't know why I should suggest them badges to help them make it easier on them to do this. But yeah, we're just gonna go straight into the badges. So yeah, man, without further ado, let's get straight into it. Alright, so the first badge that we're gonna be going over is Relentless Finisher. Relentless Finisher is an important badge when it comes to finishing, because it helps you make layups, make more dunks, no matter what your fatigue. So it reduces the fatigue effect on continually finishing at the rim. So you want something, when it comes to fatigue, when you're playing MyCareer, fatigue is going to be a problem, because you're going to have that Gatorade logo popping up every single game. It's just that simple. All right, next. The next badge we're going to be going over is Giant Slayer. Giant Slayer is very important, because when you're going to the goal, rim protector block animations are so annoying. So you want something to cancel that out. And that's what Giant Slayer does. It's a very good badge. And also, when it comes to going against bigger opponents at the rim, it'll give you as little as a contest, and it has a large effect on it. So yeah. All right, next. I didn't use the word teardrops, but when I said gathers, when you're going for gather layups, I meant like you can do teardrops too, like floaters. Floaters counts as stuff like hop steps and stuff, in my opinion. I would include that with those type of layups. But if you're one of those people that's going to choose to do floaters, teardropper is a very important badge to have. Next, one of the most important finishing badges that I say when I make a build, whether it's a build video I'm going over, I've done a video on this badge, but this is one of the best badges in the game. Point blank period, and it's going to be Slithery Finisher. It's going to improve the player's ability to avoid contact when attacking the rim. Now, does that mean you're going to get less contact dunks? No. What it does actually mean is going to get you more it's going to get you more dunk animations. Just that simple. It's going to put you into more dunk animations. So, with that being said, it's a very good badge, and it will help you get the most out of every animation that you go up for. So yeah, I definitely suggest this badge. Next is going to be a badge for all the people that's going to be going for lives. If you want to catch lives at the highest rate possible, you need to put up Live City Finisher as high as you possibly can, because what it does is it improves the chances of completing a successful alley-oop dunk layup. So if you don't have it on at all, your man will go up for, you'll do the animation. If you have the animations ball, you'll do the animations, but your player will either not catch the ball, he will either not make it. And what happens is, once you start putting it up to bronze, to silver, to gold, that percentage just keeps rising on how much more it is successful. So yeah. Alright, next, like there's a badge for teardroppers, there's also a badge to help you make hop steps, Euros, all those type of layups at a higher rate. It boosts the ability to make layups that have a higher degree of difficulty. And that's going to be the accurate badge. It's a very good badge if you're going to be going for hop steps. So yeah, I definitely advise you putting it on. Next, we got Fancy Footwork. Fancy Footwork is another badge that I talk about a lot. I have a video on it and everything, just like Slithery Finisher. It's going to be a badge that improves a player's ability to beat defenders with an advanced layup or dunk gather. So when it comes to hop step layups, hop step dunks, it's going to get you around your defenders, beat your defenders, whatever you want to say. And it's going to get you an easier animation or easier opportunity to be wide open, an easier opportunity to make it. So yeah. Alright, next and last but not least is going to be the Contact Finisher badge. Contact Finisher is going to be a badge that helps you get more contact dunks, but it also creates as much contact as possible. So if you're going for contact dunks, you definitely need this badge. But if you're not going for contact dunks, or you can't get contact dunks, do not put this badge on. But if you are, put it on, because what it does is it improves the ability to convert contact layups and dunks in traffic. It says it improves the ability to convert contact layups. While it does do that, it will also give you more contact layup animations. And you don't want that. You don't want that. When it comes to going to the rim, if you're driving to the rim, you either want to get a contact dunk or you want to get a wide open layup. So yeah, there's not really much in between on that. Maybe you want to get a wide open dunk. Maybe you're going to be going up for a wide open dunk. Maybe you're going to be going for a lob, stuff like that. But you don't want contact layups. Contact layups is just really just percentage based on the game at that point, or if you green it. Alright, now on to the shooting badges. So the first shooting badge we're going to be going over is the difficult shots badge. Difficult shots improves the ability to shoot difficult shots off the dribble. So if you're taking like hop step shots, spin jumpers, anything like that, dribble pull-ups, difficult shots is going to be the badge for you. It's going to help your ability to do that. I went over a method for that. So yeah, you definitely need this badge on if you're going to be using that method. Alright, next we got Hot Zone Hunter. Hot Zone Hunter is a badge that boosts the shot percentage for attempts taken in a player's favorite spots. So say for instance, you got hot zones, hot spots, cold spots, and you got spots where you don't have anything. If you have hot spots, put this badge on. But if you have cold spots on the perimeter, don't use this badge. If you have cold spots or don't have spots at all, don't use this badge. It's just that simple. But if you have hot spots, it will help you green at a very, very, very much higher rate. It's a very, very good badge. But if you don't have hot spots, obviously you don't need this. Next is one of the best badges in the game. It's going to be Green Machine. Increases the bonus given for consecutive excellent releases. So as you keep greening, the higher percentage of a chance you're going to have to green the next shot and the next shot and the next shot until you stop greening. So yeah, what I believe it does is after your second in a row green, that's when it really starts activating. But some people feel like if you have a Hall of Fame, after you get one green, it helps you make the next one be green. but in my experience, I've seen the biggest difference when it comes to the third green. So yeah, it's definitely a badge that you want to have because you don't want to miss. You don't want to miss. It's just that simple. You want to miss as little as possible when it comes to the shooting. Next is one of the best badges in the game, just that simple, and it's going to be Range Extender. It extends the range from which a player can effectively shoot. So it effectively helps you all around the court when it comes to deep midi all the way to deep threes. So if you're on the 3-point line, it's gonna help you shoot. Your deep midi is gonna help you shoot. Your deep three is gonna help you shoot at a higher rate, and it's just gonna keep that effectiveness and your consistency at an all-time high. All right, and last but not least for the shooting badges is going to be Volume Shooter. Volume Shooter is a very, very, very good badge, and it boosts the shot percentages as shot attempts accrue throughout the game. And if you're really going for the shooting method, you're going to be shooting a lot of shots. And if you're shooting a lot of shots, you're going to need Volume Shooter because it's going to help you keep making those shots. And if you want to keep making those shots, Volume Shooter would be a good thing to have on because the more you miss, the less points you get. And you don't want to miss. All right, and on to the playmaking badges. Now, the first playmaking badges we're going to go over is Dimer. Now, Dimer is going to be a badge that help your teammates hit their shots. And that's going to be very important because when it comes to these CPUs, they're so random. And you want to do anything that will help them hit their shots at an even higher rate. So, yeah. All right, next we got Downhill. Downhill is going to be a badge that's not even just for, like, the playmaking. It's going to be for, like, slashers. People that want to just get up the court as fast as possible to shoot a three. People that want to get up the court to shoot it possible to get an off the dribble shot, anything like that. So yeah, this can help more than just playmakers. So what it does is it increases the overall speed with ball in transition. What I've been told it does is it increases your speed with ball in transition by 1 if you have it at bronze, 2 if you have it at silver, 3 if you have it at gold, and 4 if you have it at Hall of Fame. So yeah, take that for what you want, but it's definitely a badge that helps you. If that's what it does, that's a good badge because the faster you are in transition, the better it'll be at getting you contact dunks. The better it'll be at getting you a wide open 3 in transition. The better it'll be at getting you a wide open mid-range off the dribble in transition. The better it'll give you a chance at getting off the dribble 3. A better, you know what I'm saying? It gets you up the court faster. So the faster you are in 2K or any of these like sports games, the better. All right, next is going to be a stamina badge. It's probably going to be the most important stamina badge I'm going to be showing you guys, and that's going to be Handles for Days. Reduces the amount of energy lost when performing dribble moves. So yeah, stamina is at an all-time high when it comes to this game. You need to be, that's like when it comes to importance on this game, stamina is definitely at an all-time high. You want to make sure that you can have as much stamina as possible, and you want to be able to know that you're going to be straight on stamina. So Handles for Days is a very good badge to shore up that. All right, the next badge we're going to be going over is the Bailout Badge. Bailout Badge is a very important badge, and the way it's used is going to be helping you get it out of double teams, because when you're playing My Career, the double teams are at an all-time high. It's just that simple. So if you want to be able to pass out of double teams at an all-time high, you want to use the Bailout Badge. All right, so the next badge is going to be Flashy Passer. It doesn't say it, but it definitely, the higher you have it, the higher of a chance it does allow you to complete a flashy pass. Because if you don't have it on, it'll start doing like wobbler passes straight to the ground, stuff like that. So the higher you have Flashy Passer, the higher or better animation of a flashy pass that it'll give you. Also, it gives an additional boost to players' takeover meter after completing the assist, so it'll also help you get takeover at a faster rate. But what I mainly have it on here for is to help you be able to complete flashy passes, because that is a very important part of this video when it comes to the playmaking method. So yeah, I feel like you definitely should have this on. Next is going to be the Lob City Passer. Now, Lob City Passer is going to improve the chance of completing a successful alley-oop pass. So it's kind of just like the Flashy Passer. It's just gonna have you doing better passes. It's gonna complete it at a higher rate. It's just gonna help you get lob passes off. So yeah, if you want badges, you want to be able to get this stuff off without getting as little turnovers as possible, you want to do it at the highest rate possible, you need those 2 badges on. All right, and last but not least, probably the most important badge in this video, the best badge in this video probably is going to be quick first step. It provides more explosive first steps out of triple threat and size ups. Mike Wayne's been saying the word first step for years, bro, and he made it a badge to just make sure it's in our heads now. But what it really is speed boosting. It just really makes you faster on the court, and speed boosting helps in all facets of the game. When it comes to getting open for a three, comes to getting open for off the dribble, comes to getting open to get a contact dunk, comes to getting open to do a hop step, any of that stuff on offense, bro, quick first step is going to be working hand in hand with that. So yeah, I feel like you just need this badge on. If you don't have it on, I don't know what you're doing, but yeah, it's probably the most important badge on this game. All right, and moving toward the defensive badges. Now, the first badge we're going to be going over is clamps. Clamps is going to be the make or break badge when it comes to these guard and small forward builds. Clamps boost the ability to stay in front of the ball handler on the perimeter. So when I went over the defensive method, I told you guys that you're going to be playing full court. And the more full court you play, the more body up wins and body up losses you get. Clamps is going to help you get as many body up wins as possible. So yeah, clamps is going to help you hand in hand with getting steals, blocks. So whether that's like using some of these badges I'm going to be showing you, it's going to help you do that. So yeah. All right, next we got chase down artists. I told you guys you want to get as many blocks as possible, and what this does is raises the chance of getting a chase down block. But what it actually does is it makes you get faster animations the higher of a tier it is. So if you don't have it on, you really get like the trashiest chase down animations, or you rarely actually even get a chase down animation. Sometimes if you're running at somebody, it'll just make you just jump straight up in the air with some weak ass block animation. But once you put it to bronze, you see a big difference. Then you go to silver, to gold, to Hall of Fame. The biggest difference I see is from probably bronze to Hall of Fame, and then like having it not on to having it at least bronze. So chase down artist is going to be a great badge to have on to get chase down blocks. All right, next for the people that's going to be playing off ball, you want to get this badge on because it's going to help you bump and harass the off ball defender. What this badge does, it helps you like hold your man. Like if you're playing off ball, it like lets you hold your man. And the more you hold your man and stuff like that, that's going to count as body up wins and body up losses, just like clamps. So this is like clamps for off ball. So yeah. All right, next, I said in the video, the more shot contests or good shot contests you get, the more XP you're gonna be getting for like the defensive builds. And Intimidator is the badge for that. It intimidates offensive players, causing them to miss shots more often. And it gets you what it does. It says that, but it also gets you better contests and stuff like that. And it gives you more contests, stuff like that. Now, is it inconsistent? Yes, but it definitely does its job. Next is going to be a portion for the steals. Like I said in the video, you're going to be needing to get as many steals as possible. And this is going to help you get more passing lane steals. What it does is it increases the chance of getting steals in passing lane. So yeah, it helps you get more passing lane steals, and it's going to help you intercept those. All right, next is another steal badge, and it's going to be pickpocket. Improves player's ability to steal the ball from a ball defender. Now, pickpocket and clamps go hand in hand. Say, for instance, you're playing people full court. You got the clamps going on. You bumping them the whole way up the court. You can literally time that steal every single time and get pick. If you have pickpocket with it, you're going to be getting steals almost every single time. And the more steals you get, the more XP you get. So, yeah. Alright, next, this is going to be a badge for like my big man that's going to be really patrolling the paint, and it's going to be pogo stick. You want to be able to jump as much as possible so you can get as many blocks as possible, because the more blocks you get, the more points you get. And what this does is improves the ability to attempt multiple blocks in succession. So yeah, it's going to help you get more blocks possible. It's going to give you a higher chance of getting more blocks, and that's going to be a very good thing to have. All right, and next is going to be Tireless Defender. What this does is reduces energy loss when exerting effort on defense. And the less effort exerted on defense, the more stamina you will have. And the more stamina, whether you're like a two-way slashing playmaker and you're going to be going for playmaking and defensive, or you're like one of those builds that have like defense and finishing, one of those builds that have like defense and shooting, you'll be able to have more stamina to preserve on defense and on offense if you had this badge on. And that's always at an all-time high on this game because stamina is just so bad. Next, you got the Rim Protector badge. Now, this is a badge that literally unlocks animations just like chase down artists, but these unlock animations at the rim that like it'll put the offensive player even in an animation. So what this does is improves the ability to block shots, gives boost to takeover meter from blocker and teammates. Remember that is a very good badge, bro. It's a very good badge. What it does is, like, I don't know if you've seen these when you playing against CPUs, but you'll be going for a contact dunk and they'll like take you out of an animation and put you in another. That's what Rim Protector does. It does that. That gives you those block animations at a higher rate. So yeah. All right, and the last badge that I'm going to suggest to you, but not the least, is going to be Rebound Chaser. Rebound Chaser improves a player's ability to chase down rebounds. Now you can put on box and worm. That all depends on you. I don't really care. I mean, box is going to help you get more box outs, and that's going to help you get more points, so you can put that badge on. But yeah, these are all the badges I'm going to be going over in this video, man. I went over every single thing, bro. Everything. From the best settings to the best method for the finishing, the playmaking, the shooting, the defensive. I went over the best practice facility drills. I went over the best 99 overall method. I went over the best method for big men. I went over everything. I even went over suggested badges for y'all boys. So yeah, man. Even I'm not even done, bro, with what I went over. I went over even more than just that. I went over what particular stuff you need to focus on for your specific builds. Like whether you're a finisher, you need to focus on like finishing badges. If you're like like an offensive threat, you need to focus on finishing and shooting badges. You're a two-way slashing playmaker, you need to focus on playmaking and defensive badges. Or yeah, you know what I mean, bro. You know what I mean. But I've literally told you guys step by step exactly what you need to do. I told you guys different methods for each method. I showed you guys different methods for each set of stuff. It's just that simple. So yeah, man, for that alone, please leave a like on this video if you enjoy. Subscribe if you're new, man. We got more videos coming out every single day, man. Please make this video go crazy like y'all did the last one. I put so much work into this joint, so it's only right. Share this video to anybody you think this will help, or anybody you think that they will probably need this. It's gonna be a lot of people that need this. This is gonna probably be the last time I go over this for the year, bro. And then yeah, man, like I said, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new, man. Turn on post notifications to be the first person to every single one of my videos. Share this video. But yeah, man, it's your boy Fitz, and I'm out the bed, man.
I was posted on the block, I was trying to make a sale. 30 shot clock, we gon' empty on the shelves. Niggas really trapping, we get packs in by the mail. If we get to shooting, then you won't let it tell. Short up on the curb when we pull up to his block. 6 hot slugs, we gon' let up out the clock. Bro, we really trapping, had his hand inside the pot. If he want beef, we gon' put him